Make no mistake, people, we are very privileged indeed. It's a word that can be flippantly used, I know, but right now I am displaying that privilege. And what is it? I have the ability to come in front of a webcam, record myself, put it up on a platform for people to hear my opinion, my beliefs. And unfortunately, in recent times, we have seen some people's privilege for that erode and be censored and be silenced. Why? Because their opinion, their point of view doesn't necessarily marry up with the political climate, and therefore they need to remove that voice so theirs can be heard and theirs alone. Very dangerous times indeed. So what has this got to do with video games? I talk about video games. I'm just a ranty madman. That's all I am. Well, this is an occasion today that I'm going to talk about where a huge company like Activision Blizzard, and when I say from the top, these decisions are made from the top and agreed upon from the top, have decided to not just silence somebody, but take away their livelihood for dare challenging their beloved China. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. So, Blizzard, of course, can't seem to stay away from controversy for too long, and particularly when it involves China. I mean, if you've seen any of my videos related to Blizzard in the last 12 months almost, then a lot of them seem to revolve around the fact that Blizzard are concentrating on one major market, which is China, and it's coming at the cost of their established audience, which they have built up over the last 20 years. Particularly at BlizzCon last year, Alan Adam made it very clear indeed that the company were moving in a more mobile direction, and also very clear indeed that that mobile direction involved cracking China. He even threatened that they will persist in their endeavours to do so, regardless of what their PC audience thought. It was a very bizarre press conference that he gave, but obviously he's given it to the press. He's not wanting to speak to us. You know, he's not wanting to speak to the audience or the people that have helped develop and build this company over the last 20 years. No, we have now served our purpose. We have got them to the position where they can flick us aside like inconsequential bugs when they go after the Chinese money. Why? Because the mobile marketplace in China is massive. Also, China is a country when it comes to mobile games where microtransactions and things of that ilk are bread and butter. They've been embedded in the culture, in gaming, right away. So there's no resistance to disgusting monetization tactics that we see constantly. That out of the way, this doesn't involve that, but it does involve protecting their beloved China, protecting their relationship with their beloved China, showing solidarity behind the communist China. Behind China. So let's just go into this. So this is from a tweet from Rob Breslaw. Breaking. Effective immediately, Blizzard has removed Hong Kong Hearthstone player Blitzchung from Hearthstone Grandmasters, rescinded all his prize money, and have suspended him from pro play for 1 year for his recent interview. Now, what is the interview that they are referring to? It's this. It's this here. He just finished up around at the Grandmasters, from what I understand, and then this went down. Now, essentially, he was calling for the liberation of Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong has a very complicated history, and I'm not even going to pretend to know it all. As a Brit, I have some understanding, in as much as it was a British colony up until 1997. I think that's when we did the handover back to China. But they seem to have retained, when I say some sort of independence, they have slightly different laws here or there from mainland China. But this year, Hong Kong has been a huge hotbed of protests about various matters, and particularly the fact that China are wanting to implement laws that will kind of restrict freedoms. And obviously, we live in very, very weird times where people are you see the crazy people on Twitter, for example. They are literally crying for censorship. Censor us, censor us. This is very worrying times indeed. Almost fascistic at certain opportunities. And because of these attempted laws to come into Hong Kong, the protests have been vast. They started in approximately March, April of this year, and they are still ongoing. And from what I can gather from researching into it, literally millions of people have turned out. They reckon approximately a seventh of the whole of Hong Kong has been involved in the protests in some form or another. Sorry, the voice is still struggling at certain times. So Blitzchung wanted to show his solidarity, his support for the people of Hong Kong who are protesting. So, as we saw from the tweet, it didn't go down too well. And this is the response by Blizzard to his actions. During the Asia Pacific Grandmasters broadcast over the weekend, there was a competition rule violation during post-match interview involving Blitzchung and two casters, which resulted in the removal of the match VOD replay. Yes, they removed the VOD censorship because they didn't want you to see this. They didn't, but of course it's the internet. It's already captured. It's already out there. It seems such an inane action on their behalf, such a reaction, I should really say, to something that's already out and up there. But no, we can't have that up under the official banner of Blizzard Entertainment. It might upset China. Might upset their boyfriend over in the Far East. So it continues. Upon further review, we have found the action has violated the 2019 Hearthstone Grandmasters official competition rules, section 6.1, and is individual behaviour, I think it's meant to be his individual behaviour, which does not represent Blizzard or Hearthstone esports is found below. So, immediately disavow this person. Step away from them. How dare they show any support for Hong Kong? No. Disavow. Sorry, China. China. Sorry. No. So this is the rule which he violated. Engaging in any act that, in Blizzard's sole discretion... Now, can I just re-emphasize that? Blizzard's sole discretion. Hi, J. Allen Barack, you fucking numpty. You chocolate fire guard. So it's you again, because you are the president of Blizzard. This is you stepping up once more. My first act as president of Blizzard Entertainment is to sack you. Okay. Yeah, and I know I didn't want classic WoW. I tried to tell people what they wanted, and he went on to be one of the most successful game launches in history. Actually, crazy. I am inept. So, at the sole discretion of Blizzard, brings you into public disrepute. Did it bring him into public disrepute? That can be argued. That can be argued considerably. I wouldn't say so. Yeah, he's showing off a political opinion, but it's no more political opinion than the arseholes saying Orange Man bad or, hey, Hillary Clinton might just be a murderer. Or stuff like that. You know, it's just what goes out there. Offends a portion or group of the public. Now then, this is the interesting one because this is so blanket and wishy-washy. Anyone can get offended, right? I can say right now, do you know what? I love a pork and apple sausage. And I'll have a bunch of people going, oh, Az, I'm vegan. And I was so upset by your pro-meat discussion. Cough. Cough. Get out there. Smell some fresh air, you weirdo. Crazies. So this is so up for misinterpretation, abuse, whatever you want to call it. Anybody, just somebody has to be offended. And this rule can kick in nice and easily. But were the public offended? Has there been a public outcry of him? I know. I've seen a lot of public support for him following the actions of Blizzard. But I haven't seen any outcry denouncing him. Sure, he gives a political opinion and you don't agree with that political opinion. Get over it! You snowflakes! Again, this is the privilege that we have here in the West. That we have free speech to some degree. It's trying to get, like I said, it's trying to get eroded. They're trying to take it away from us. And we've got crazy people on Twitter right now actively trying to have it taken away from us. As long as you believe in the one thing. The one thing. Fuck off. Or otherwise damages Blizzard's image will result in the removal from the Grandmasters and reduction of the player's prize total to $0. Well, that's the one that they probably got him on, because how dare he speak out against their beloved communist China? How dare they? What a horrible man, going up against that whole country that has unbelievably horrific civil right abuses, that have people oppressed and oppressed and oppressed. How dare he? Wow, he's an upstart, isn't he? Oh my God, Blizzard, you are pathetic. I mean, you are actually pathetic. Just spineless, ballless people there. Fucking hell. In addition to the other remedies which may be provided for under the handbook and Blizzard's website terms. Do you know something, right? If Blizzard were just like, God, a political statement. We really don't want a political statement. Do you know what common sense would have done? Common sense would have gone to the person and gone, hey, look, no politics, please. This, we want to keep this video game a video game only, okay? We understand that you got your belief, but please, do it in your personal time. Do it if you're streaming or you're tweeting or whatever. But please, when you're under the banner of Blizzard, just don't do that. Don't do that, please. And just give him a little rap on the wrist. That's all it needed. That's all it needed. But no. Grandmasters is the highest tier of Hearthstone esports, and we take tournament rule violations very seriously. We take any attack on China very seriously because they're our friendies and they're going to buy loads of our stuff and we're going to make the billions. Ballless. After an investigation, a fucking investigation, showing solidarity to Hong Kong. Vive la Revolution. Liberate Hong Kong. An investigation. The clip finishes particularly after 13 seconds. Investigation. We had our best men on the job. Oh, God. Botchet and Scarpa. After an investigation, we are taking the necessary actions to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. We're not going to allow people to get interviewed. We're going to censor anything that happens over there. We're going to censor it. Censor it. Shut them up. Shut them up. Silence them. Because we're a bunch of cowards. Fucking hell. Effective immediately, Blitzchung is removed from Grandmasters and will receive no prizing for Grandmasters Season 2. Wah, wah. Additionally, Blitzchung is ineligible to participate in Hearthstone esports for 12 months. Beginning from October the 5th, 2019 and extending to October the 5th, 2020. This is pathetic beyond belief. Beyond belief. We will also immediately cease working with both casters. He's talking about these guys here that hid their heads because they didn't want to be associated with the statement, but they were giggling away and whatnot. How dare they, you know, fine. Ooh. Hey, young people. I'm old. Hey, young people, don't have any thoughts. Don't have any opinions. Don't develop any of that. Just do as we say. Just do as we say. This is the overreaction of overreactions. And what have you done? You've shined a massive spotlight. Streisand effect. Streisand effect. You've shown a massive spotlight on what a bunch of dicks you are. What an absolute bunch of cowardly, spineless, ballless people you are. We'd like to re-emphasise tournament and player conduct within the heart. You'd think, I can't say, it's YouTube 2019, I can't say, but you'd think he did something, you know what I'm saying? All he did was show his support for Hong Kong, Vive la Révolution, Free Hong Kong. That's it. Words that have got Blizzard running like frightened children to the skirts of China. Oh, we're showing, we will shut them up. We will make sure they don't speak. You goddamn right you will. Because that's how we do things over here. We don't like free will or free speech or human rights. No, I don't like that. He put himself into more danger by actually saying that. Having the courage to come out and say something that he believed. While we stand by one's rights to express individual thoughts. No, you don't. You don't, because you just said it here. You don't. Because you can have whatever individual thoughts you want, as long as it doesn't offend anybody, as long as it doesn't damage me. No, you can have whatever thoughts you want, as long as it's ones that are agreed upon. Players and other participants that elect to participate in our esport competitions must abide by the official competition rules. I think I've said all I need to say. Once more, Blizzard showing the type of company that they are. This is not a political decision, people. This is a financial money decision. Got to keep that relationship with China cushy. Can't have anyone that has a contrary opinion to the politics of China speaking out, even if it was for 13 seconds, was it? There you go. Mitsubishi even got an advert on it. The whole process, 15 seconds. Blizzard running like frightened children. Well, express how you feel in the comment section down below. I ain't gonna do anything. Say what you want. But I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description box down below. If you want a light-hearted wrestling video later tonight in about 3 hours after this video's digested a bit, let me know in the comments. Upvote this video. I've got a daft wrestling story. It's hilarious, though. And I'll put us in a better mood. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. There's social media and stuff if I haven't mentioned it. You take care. Bye for now.